What are you doing? Don't. Stop.
I think it was really interesting to film this through the first person point of view of a zombie. I think it flips the emotional pull for it in a way, and had me sympathizing with zombies in a way that I didn't expect. I think it was an interesting outside looking in lens that isn't done a lot, especially with this genre. So I appreciate that. I think it also, with this like doomsday esque uh, type film, it kind of flips that on its head, and it's like, okay, a very interesting point of view, and I think that really pushed the entire piece. I think it was a really interesting narrative.
I liked the sort of moral dilemma in this of not wanting to kill the creature because it has these human aspects, and then um, seeing that she once was a little girl just like their daughter was, and having that come back to haunt them in a way. Yeah, I thought the music also added a lot to this film. There's a lot of emotional aspects to this uh, zombie film that you don't get a lot of the times in horror films, so I appreciated that as well.
This is about a little girl seeing the good in people despite the tragedy that occurs to them. In this case, when a zombie infection takes over a human being. This is an interesting take on the zombie culture, seeing this relationship between zombie and child and playing with that toy was a cute little bit, but it also makes you think at the same time that is this a zombie movie? And it makes me think of films such as like Warm Bodies, where zombies have not necessarily followed the traditional route. The title of the film is The Last Zombie, so it does make you think that this is something that they have been familiar with, and it has something that they have gotten control over, right? And this is, potentially the last zombie that occurs, and it's kind of a curse that's passed on from woman to woman, it looks like in this case. Um, but the music, also does a really good job at enhancing this, you know, horror-esque universe that we have been given.
Just seeing the zombie trope kind of flipped on its head, where our protagonist was actually the zombie itself, and just seeing its interaction with this suburban family, it definitely felt like one of those worlds where they had gone through a zombie apocalypse and they all managed to survive. So the older generation kind of had this prejudice against the zombies, but the younger generation was very much more unaware of the aspects of it. All in all, it was very interesting just seeing the dynamics and how each person interacts with the zombie, but then also the zombie showing signs of humanity.
And when we see her playing with the kid, we see that the zombie actually has a soul still. She doesn't want to hurt anybody, but then the family comes out and she gets captured and then killed. And but during this little fight that happens outside, she unwillingly hurts the little kid, the little girl, and then she becomes a zombie as well. I think that the overall idea behind the film is actually pretty interesting, seeing everything from the zombies' point of view and making a horror movie more like a drama movie where the zombies like a kind of you know, like he's not human anymore. So the humans, they're trying to just marginalize the zombie, and they just see the zombie as the enemy. Although these zombies not actually there to eat them, but she was just actually developing a nice relationship with their daughter. So I think overall it was quite touching.
I like how it put the situations that it put these characters in. I liked how it treated the characters as far as like the idea, like the angle that a zombie movie is a drama about family and what it does, like what being a zombie like does to a family, like that angle of like, okay, do you kill them? Do you not kill them? That's your daughter at the end of the day. Yeah, she's a zombie, but she's still your daughter. And it's like that grappling with that question, I think is a unique take on the zombie the zombie narrative, zombie narrative device.
Interesting job of creating empathy for the zombie, but also a sense of anticipatory dread within the audience members. And I think it was really interesting how it managed to use really simple makeup and setting to create this short